Tamara Tamu here. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Unleashed Alchemy. So, for those of you that have been here, you know that today marks day 8 of our self gratitude odyssey, our self gratitude transformation elevation that we have been on. We started this topic, being focused on this topic on March 14th. All right. And we've been talking about aspects of self gratitude and how it can elevate our spirituality. And we have progressed throughout these 8 days. All right. So if you're new here, first of all, thank you for choosing to subscribe and like this video and also commenting. But I encourage you to go back to March 14th, start with the first video, or you can start wherever, but specifically for this self-gratitude topic that we have been on, you could call it a meditation. The first day was more of a meditation, and the days following have been more of me teaching the relationship and the strong connection, powerful connection between self-gratitude and our spiritual practice, okay? Our calling, our essence, who we came here to be, what we came here to do, all right? So I encourage you to start from March 14th so you can get caught up. And even though we've done this for 8 days, this is a practice that I really strongly recommend you including in your spiritual practice. All right, in your magic, in your rituals, in your spells. Okay, so let's start this video. Let's get into this video. This is day 8. All right, so here's what I need for you to know from this video for today, for day 8. I need you to understand that self-gratitude is not about perfection in life or from life. I'm going to say that again. Self-gratitude is not about perfection in life or from life. So what is it about? Self-gratitude is about remembering that you have a toolbox that is not just filled, but it is overflowing with magic to call in your soul-fulfilled life that's full of freedom, prosperity, wholeness, health, okay? It's about remembering that you have a toolbox that's filled with magic to call in a soul-fulfilled life where you are existing, you are being, you are doing, and having all that is aligned for you. That is why, this is a side note, that is why you cannot water down or downplay what you desire. That's also why you cannot compare a life that you desire with a life that you see someone else having. Your desires are there for a reason. Okay? That those ideas when you wake up, or even the ideas that you go to sleep with, the ideas that pop into your mind when you're just going about your day and you say, man, it'd be cool to have this. Wouldn't it be nice to have that? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to travel here? Those desires are coming from your soul. We have got to stop taking those thoughts when we're just minding our business, we're eating lunch, whatever, and all of a sudden we get this idea. Too many times we dismiss that. When 9 times out of 10, most of the time, that is the soul saying, hey, there is this possibility. There is another timeline that we're trying to get you to realize is available to you. If only you could look at yourself as an essence of the cosmos, as a god, as a goddess, as a priest, as a priestess, to call the unseen into the seen. If only you could look at yourself like that, you can have the very thing that you said, oh, it'd be so nice to have that. All right? So that is why showing yourself gratitude is so important. Okay? So now back to your calling. Your calling is often made to sound just, with messages that we see, especially when we hear people talking about purpose. I do not subscribe to the phrase that says you have to find your purpose. No, you do not. Because to find something would imply that it's lost, correct? Yes. Your purpose isn't lost. First of all, there's more than one. How could we have, as expansive as we are, how could we, it doesn't even make sense, dare I say, that we would have just one purpose. We have many. There's infinite. So let me go back to the calling because I just went into a rant. Your calling is often made to sound like something you must work to find. Like it's almost presented in a way where it's almost like something you must keep asking for it to be revealed. It is not. This is where your self-gratitude comes in, because the more that you go internally, the more those layers of the junk that you don't need, of the messages that you don't need, of the stories that you don't need, that gets to the bottom of your calling. Your calling is not something that you have to work to find. It's not something that you have to keep waking up saying, okay, what is my calling? What's my calling? What's my calling? No. Self-gratitude allows your essence to be expressed over, and I'm hesitating to say this, over time, because when we hear that, our logic goes straight to, oh my God, it's going to take forever. No, because remember, your essence transcends time. So even while you're watching this video, even whatever you were doing before you got to YouTube, went to Unleashed Alchemy YouTube channel, it said, what is she talking about today? There was a part of your essence that was already being expressed. In some form, you are existing in your calling. While you're watching this, you are existing in your calling. Why? Because you're getting wisdom on ways that you can apply, or I should say, ways that you can elevate your spirituality. That is a part of all of our calling, all of our purpose is to do that. So of course, how could your calling, how could it not be revealed when you are investing your thoughts, when you are investing your energy into going internally and just simply saying, because even if you were to ask that question, what is my calling? You only have to ask that one time. One time. And your soul is going to guide you wherever you need to go, whoever you need to talk to, whatever you need to listen to, whatever book you need to read. Your soul is going to place you in the position to receive downloaded messages from Great Spirit, from your elevated guides. Your intuition is going to be turned on like a light switch. You only have to ask that question one time. So I'm going to repeat this. If you don't take anything else from this video, take this. Your calling is not something that you have to work to find, nor are your purposes something that you have to work hard to find. It is not lost. Showing yourself gratitude is all that you need to do. That's it. Appreciating, even if you don't know what your spiritual gifts are in this moment that you're watching this video, just the fact that you can say, you know what, I know I have spiritual gifts. For that, I celebrate. That right there is opening you up to receiving all the wisdom that you need to put your magic to work. Okay? So, your calling is here and now. It's here and now. That's it. So you can ask your soul, what do you need now? Soul, guidance. I'm open for guidance. So you don't have to keep asking, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? No. You just allow it to unfold while your focus is on showing yourself gratitude. Period. Okay? So the answer is in self-gratitude. When you ask, okay, soul, what do you need now? The answer is always in self-gratitude. Why? It sounds so simple, but self-gratitude is the pathway to so many other things. I hope that you are getting that. If you have been, well, I hope you're getting that from this video, and I really hope that you have been getting that from these last 8 days. Okay? So that is it for our last day. Now, tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow is March 22nd, Friday, March 22nd. I am going to be releasing the 22% off code that you all can use for your first month of the Unleashed Alchemy Magic School. First, I want to say this. To get more information on the school, please click on the link in the description box of this video. Okay. Also, when you join for this month, you will be able to get in on our live session, which is Friday, March 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern. That day, I'm going to leave room for Q&A. But before that, I am going to be teaching a class on self-gratitude and its connection with our wealth identity. So on that day, we're taking self-gratitude even further. All right. So if you join this month, you'll be able to get in for the live session Friday, March 29th, 7 p.m. Eastern. I am teaching a class on the powerful connection between self-gratitude and wealth identity. Please, if you don't know by now that wealth, and when I talk about wealth, I'm talking about money. We know wealth covers a lot of things, but in this class, I'm going to be talking about specifically money. Okay. And we know that having wealth, having overflow of currency, that is spiritual. Why? Because we are wealth. How can we here, as it being existing in this body, there's over 4 trillion? I think that's an estimated count, 4 trillion cells. I can't wrap my head around that number. I can't wrap my head around that number. Our DNA, if we wound it, is that right? But if we took apart our DNA strands, it would at least wrap around the Earth, planet Earth, at least 5 times. That's an estimate. So why can't we have the overflow of currency, the overflow of money in all its forms? That is spiritual. Because we are wealth. All right, so it would make sense that as spiritual beings, as magicians, that we exist here on this physical plane with overflow. All right, so we're going to talk about that. All right, so come back for tomorrow. I'm going to be dropping the code. All right, so I look forward to seeing you inside the Magic School. There's a bunch of other juicy, just a wealth of spiritual wisdom that I have been able to parlay from my own experience and to be able to put it into classes and modules, video classes, video modules for you to take your time and just go through. There's no rush here, okay? So take advantage of the 22% off code that I'm going to be dropping tomorrow. And if you have any questions for me about what we've talked about over these last 8 days, please let me know in the comments, all right? And until tomorrow, cheers.